Something shifted in the desert, and it wasn't just the lap times. At the Formula One Bahrain preseason testing, Ferrari didn't just top the sheets, they controlled the narrative. Charles Leclerc ended the final day fastest, stacking 132 laps with surgical consistency. But inside the red garage, the mood wasn't celebration, it was calculation. Team principal Frédéric Vasseur immediately rejected the hype. Mission accomplished? Yes. Excitement? Not yet. Ferrari's stated goal was mileage, data, correlation, not headlines. And they got it. Before we go deeper, thank you for being here. Do you think Ferrari is genuinely ready to fight in Melbourne, or are we seeing a classic testing illusion? Drop your view below and subscribe for sharp F1 breakdowns. Because while Ferrari looks strong, Vasseur's calm tone may reveal something bigger. This season won't be won in Bahrain, it will be engineered week by week, and that changes everything. Vasseur's message wasn't defensive, it was strategic. He made it clear that what we saw in Bahrain means almost nothing without context. Fuel loads unknown, engine modes concealed, tire compounds unmatched. In modern Formula One, testing lap times are political instruments as much as performance indicators. And Ferrari knows this game. While rivals speculate, Maranello focuses on process. Vasseur emphasized data collection, correlation between simulator and track, and iterative improvement session after session. That's not the language of a team chasing headlines. That's the language of a team preparing for a development war. Meanwhile, the paddock whispers suggest the Big Four, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, and Red Bull, are tightly grouped. But tightly grouped doesn't mean equal. Because if development speed defines 2026, then Bahrain wasn't a verdict, it was a warning. If Bahrain proved anything, it's that 2026 won't reward the fastest starter, it will reward the fastest evolver. Vasseur openly admitted that Melbourne's result, while important, won't define the championship. What will? The capacity to develop, to design, produce, and deliver upgrades faster than anyone else. And that's where Ferrari's tone becomes intriguing. This isn't optimism, it's preparation. The new regulations have reset power units and chassis philosophy, meaning performance gaps can swing violently with the right upgrade package. The team that brings parts quicker could rewrite the hierarchy by mid-season. Pause for a second. This is crucial. Do you believe Ferrari has finally built the structure to win a development race? Tell me in the comments. Because if the Scuderia keeps momentum early, the balance of power inside the Big Four could shift faster than anyone expects. But while Ferrari projects stability, there's a quieter subplot forming inside the garage. Hamilton didn't enjoy the same clean preparation as his teammate. Technical interruptions limited his track time, leaving him with significantly fewer laps than Leclerc. In a regulation reset year, that matters. Track time isn't just mileage, it's adaptation, especially for a driver rebuilding confidence after a turbulent campaign. Hamilton looked comfortable in the car when running, even explosive in practice starts. But limited seat time means less data ownership. And in a development-driven season, information is currency. Here's the key question. Does this create an early internal imbalance? Because while Leclerc arrives in Melbourne fully synced with the car, Hamilton may still be fine-tuning his connection. And in a tightly matched Big Four battle, even small preparation gaps can quietly reshape the pecking order. And then there's the start procedure, a small technical detail that could become a strategic weapon. During practice launches in Bahrain, Ferrari's car repeatedly exploded off the line. Observers pointed to their compact turbo architecture and energy deployment calibration under the new power unit regulations. There were even murmurs that Ferrari had initially resisted tweaks to the starting sequence rules, confident their concept was optimized for this exact window. Eventually, the FIA trialed adjustments, but even with the extra seconds added, the red cars looked razor sharp. Now, think about Melbourne. Tight first corner, high stakes, equal machinery at the front.
If Ferrari consistently wins the first 200 meters, that's track position secured before DRS even matters. But here's the tension. Were rivals holding something back, or did Ferrari quietly solve a problem others are still decoding? Because if those starts are real, they won't just gain positions, they'll dictate races. Zoom out for a moment. The early competitive picture suggests the so-called Big Four remain intact: Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, and Red Bull. Long-run simulations across Bahrain hinted at a tightly compressed front group. No clear dominance, no obvious weak link. But beneath that balance lies suspicion. Some in the paddock believe Mercedes may still be masking performance. Others argue McLaren and Red Bull haven't shown their full deployment maps. Testing is theater, and everyone plays a role. Ferrari's advantage? Consistency across both single-lap bursts and race simulations. Leclerc's final day run in peak heat wasn't just fast, it was stable. That stability signals a car operating inside a predictable window. And in a new regulation era, predictability is power. Here's the uncomfortable question. Are we underestimating how complete Ferrari's package really is? Because if the red car is both quick and manageable, Melbourne could reveal more than Bahrain ever did. And while Ferrari fine-tuned performance, others were fighting survival. Aston Martin endured a bruising test, plagued by reliability setbacks linked to their new power unit integration. Limited laps, red flags, interrupted programs, the exact opposite of what a regulation reset demands. Contrast that with Ferrari's clean mileage target achieved, over 100 laps in key sessions, full simulations, structured data collection. In a season where development speed will decide momentum, that preparation gap matters. Even inside the Big Four, pressure builds differently. Mercedes carries expectation, McLaren defends credibility, Red Bull protects legacy, Ferrari, they're rebuilding authority. This is where the narrative sharpens. If others are still troubleshooting fundamental systems, Ferrari may already be shifting to optimization mode. And in a championship defined by evolution rather than explosion, starting stable isn't flashy, it's dangerous. So here we are. Ferrari leaves Bahrain fastest on paper, but more importantly, structured, disciplined, and strategically calm. Frédéric Vasseur refused to celebrate lap times. Instead, he spoke about momentum, upgrade cycles, production speed. That's not testing talk, that's championship language. The real battlefield begins in Melbourne, not because race 1 defines the title, but because it reveals who understood the new regulations best. If Ferrari arrives with strong starts, balanced race pace, and synchronized development pipeline, the desert may have been the first signal. But here's the final question, and this one matters. Is Ferrari genuinely ready to outdevelop Mercedes, McLaren, and Red Bull across 24 races? Or are we about to witness another illusion evaporate under real pressure? Tell me your prediction in the comments. And if you want strategic, no-hype F1 analysis all season long, make sure you're subscribed. Because 2026 won't reward noise, it will reward precision.